Ladies and gentlemen, current affairs has exposed something that I think we all kind of figured was the case, but we didn't have receipts. Well, they brought receipts, okay? Current affairs has exposed that some of these people that were supporting Kamala Harris, that were yelling at people online, were paid influencers. Now, we found out about Roland Martin being paid. We found out about Al Sharpton being paid, and we can just put them to the side for right now. But then there are the influencers, the people who online presented themselves as just a Kamala supporter or Kamala stan, you know, and I'm making these TikTok videos because I just love Kamala and ain't nobody paying me nothing. Now that is not the case. We can start with this image here of Too Raw, Too Real. He's probably one of the loudest ones on social media that was capping for Kamala Harris, okay? Too Raw, Too Real. Now, here he is in a picture with Joe Biden. This is the same event that David Pakman attended, where he said it was independent influencers that got to meet with Biden and sat down with him, and they got to, you know, grab his ear and just talk to him about some things, about talking to other politicians, etc. You can watch the David Pakman video that I did, that posted earlier today, to see more info about that. So Too Raw, Too Real was also one of those influencers that was there at the Biden meeting. Now, this is from CJG Productions. He was also a Kamala supporter, but he was like, they didn't lose because of him. They lost because of this, yada, yada. Yeah, I do agree. I don't think the Democrats lost because of Too Raw, Too Real, but we have to call these things out. This is the guy that they thought it would be a good idea to put front and center. So you can see it here. They're sharing it. They're saying, this is the guy. And I just want to show you some of the content. I hate how they do this on Twitter.
Fake ass Bernie, bro. Stop putting this.
Show you some of the things that he said. And Eric, if you can increase the volume on this one. These are the type of videos that he was putting out to encourage people to vote for Kamala Harris. Okay. I think number one, this is a mockery of Black culture, in my opinion. It's a mockery of it. Also, some of the things that he said about people is totally inappropriate.
Oh, you fake ass Bernie, bro. Stop putting this big black woman with these yellow arms under my post. Fuck Rashida, bitch. I don't give a damn about this bitch.
I don't fuck with AOC. AOC can't do a motherfucking thing for me, but make me a goddamn martini, bitch. She can't do shit for me. She need to take her ass back to the motherfucking bartending days, bitch. She ain't done shit.
Fuck Bernie Sanders. Tell it in his old ass, busted ass face. Let him have another goddamn heart attack. I don't give a fuck if that hurts. 2 stents, bitch. 2. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about.
So this guy said that he didn't care if Bernie Sanders had another heart attack. So they thought it was a good idea to have, and look, I have many criticisms of Bernie Sanders. Okay. But they thought it was a good idea to have a paid influencer who was basically wishing death upon Bernie Sanders. They thought this was a good idea. They thought it was a good idea to have someone who's a paid influencer who went after Rashida Tlaib, who went after the woman at the very beginning of this video, who he's making fun of her.
Oh, you fake ass Bernie, bro. Stop putting this big black woman with these yellow arms.
This woman is one of the women that was affected by Kamala Harris's truancy law. And this is who they thought, you see what I mean? These people were like, yeah, I'm just a great, passionate Kamala supporter. These people were paid. And it's over exaggerated. Listen.
She ain't done shit.
Fuck Bernie Sanders. Tell it in his old ass, busted ass face. Let him have another goddamn heart attack. I don't give a fuck if that hurts. 2 stents, bitch. 2. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about this bitch. She ain't on the same motherfucking level as fucking Hillary Clinton. And last time I checked, Hillary Clinton was defending bitches like her. Last time I checked, bitch, she was defending bitches like you. Last time I checked, she was fighting for Muslim rights, bitch. I thought Bernie Sanders was anti-billionaire, but it's funny. Maybe it's
Hillary Clinton. He was going on to say Hillary Clinton was like pro-Muslim or whatever. Hillary Clinton is a warmonger. Hillary Clinton has always been Israel first. But this is just, and I don't know, you guys let me know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. I don't know, but I find this to be inappropriate for a campaign. Like, I really do. I just don't think that this is helpful for anybody, for any campaign. Oh, maybe I'm just getting older. But I just don't see this is who they wanted to pay.
Because you guys have a lot in common. Or maybe it's because the fact that you sucking his dick so hard that's why the bottom row of your fucking teeth are rotten, bitch. Ask motherfuckers in Detroit what the fuck Rashida did for them. Ask him. Her ass went to motherfucking Washington. She forgot about niggas. All she cared about was Palestine and immigration. She didn't give a fuck about black people. I want to go hard for Kamala Harris, but I ain't heard nothing about this black agenda. Bitch, shut the fuck up!
Again, this is a paid influencer.
It's on that motherfucking website. Look it up. Hillary did more for black people than motherfuckers you could even fucking imagine. Fighting off segregation, going undercover, getting niggas out of jail in South Carolina. Shut the fuck up if you don't know. Tell me what the fuck Bernie did. Bernie is a fucking failure. How the fuck you get your motherfucking mouth to even say that shit, Bernie? Your ass ain't did shit. The worst motherfucking representation of what a woman's supposed to be in motherfucking Congress. I've never heard motherfucking Kamala Harris ever fucking complain. Remember, before this, you was just a bitch-ass bartender. Fuck AOC. Booing a bitch who fucking fought for your bitch ass. Who fought for women's rights before your motherfucking ass even got here, a bitch. Who the fuck are you?
I feel like this is buffoonery. I don't know. Even if in my 20s, I don't think I would have liked this. I feel like it's buffoonery. It's like, let's see the loudest black guy that we can get to exaggerate a stereotype of black culture to support Kamala Harris. That's what it seems like to me. Now, I can't take this seriously. Not 1 minute.
Bitch, what the fuck you did, bitch? Your ass ain't did shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're full of shit. How dare you? How dare fucking you? Fuck you, Bernie.
Yeah, so that guy, oh my God. Current Affairs, they laid it all out there. So shout out to them for this expose. The New York Times has reported that Harris' campaign spent $2.5 million on 3 digital agencies that worked with online influencers, and it appears that the influencer in that video may have been one of them. So you see this? It says here the ads were just one piece of a campaign that had enough cash to spend on seemingly everything. There was $2.5 million directed towards 3 digital agencies that work with online influencers, the records show. The campaign spent around $900,000 to book advertising on the exterior of the Sphere venue in Las Vegas in the last week of the race. There were drone shows in the sky before the debate in Philly in September and at Pittsburgh Steelers game in October. Let's carry on. They also go on to show some receipts. One of the digital agencies hired by Harris's campaign is called Good Influence. They were paid over $600,000 from the Harris campaign from July to November. And you guys may not be able to see. Okay, you can see it a little bit. You can see it here. The spender all the way down this column. It says Harris for president, recipient, Good Influence, state, Kentucky, description, license fees, digital consulting, and all of the months here. You can see it starts with July and goes all the way through November, right? So that right there. So that's one of them, Good Influence. Then you'll see here, the influencer shown in this video wishing death upon Bernie Sanders and repeatedly calling Rashida Tlaib and AOC a B is one of the creators featured on the homepage of Good Influence website along with Brian Tyler Cohen, among others. So here's a screenshot here, but I'm just going to go to the website so you guys can see it as well. Yeah, that is Brian Tyler Cohen. That was, how do I go back to that? Oh, I guess it'll go back to it. That's Brian Tyler Cohen, who has over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you about these people that they're calling independent that are not independent? They're on a YouTube, they have a YouTube show, and they have a setting that makes it look, okay, you know, it's not as fancy of a background as MSNBC, Fox News, or CNN. So you assume people think they're independent, but they're not. And look, if you're not, fine, but don't tell people you are. That's my thing. Like, keep it 100. Okay. So you'll see there's Brian Tyler Cohen. I don't know why they would have him here if he's not a part of it. You see what I mean? Then if we look a little bit further, trusted by hundreds of organizations, and this is them just doing their job. I'm not trying to say they can't do this, right? But yes, on Prop 3, Move On, United We Dream, Wisdoms, to name a few, Environmental Defense Fund, right? But it says good influence has been key in reaching new audience segments at high volume. So you see this? So it says a different take on influencers. Good influence creates meaningful impact for causes and campaigns. Our network of powerful online messengers. See, guys, look at this. Look at these people. So if you're on TikTok, if you're on Twitter, you might recognize some of their faces. This is what I was saying. So with their combined audience and a united voice, our creators effectively mobilize awareness and actions for issues we care about. I remember him. Like, see how I was just scrolling across the page? So this is what I wanted you guys to see, because they're trying to pass people off as independent commentators or independent content creators that just happen to like so-and-so candidate, but they're not telling you that they're paid. When my comrade JB went to work for Jill Stein's campaign as press, he disclosed that. He would say, full disclosure, I am working for the campaign. So that's what people ask. If you are paid to do work for that campaign, you need to disclose that information. Yeah, JB saying, oh snap, I've seen some of these people. I'm following some of them. I have some people I need to unfollow. Yeah, like this guy I know I've seen. So the people, they can't lie about this. Your face is here. And if you don't want your face to be there, then don't be there. But don't lie to people. Stop trying to make it seem. There's Brian Tyler Cohen. So does everybody get it now? So let's go back here. At this point in time, because see, there was Too Raw, Too Real right there. The bottom corner right there. Now, I don't know if he reached out and said, get me off of there or what. I don't know. But what I do know is these people need to come legit. When you are doing this, you say, full disclosure, I am an influencer with such and such company for this campaign, paid for by the Kamala Harris campaign. Full disclosure. So the point that current affairs ends with is this. If these influencers were paid by Harris's campaign without disclosing it, it is yet another example of how the Harris campaign resembled a multi-level marketing scheme more than a serious political movement. So just one big scam. And here's another one that you'll see from Too Raw, Too Real. I'll show you again how you could tell that they were paid. Now, all of a sudden, he cares about Israel and Gaza. When Kamala Harris was still in this race, he didn't want to hear about it. Now, all of a sudden that Trump is going to the White House, now here he is trying to warn people about what's going to happen to the people in Gaza. You'll notice he's much more calmer on this video. Gee, I wonder why. Listen.
So in today's episode, you get what you asked for. Israel is thinking about limiting humanitarian aid to Gaza after Trump's inauguration. So far, Israel has been giving humanitarian aid to Gaza according to the commitment that was made by President Biden. But this could change in the upcoming weeks with the new administration. In fact, they've been considering passing new laws that would restrict the amount of aid that would go into Gaza because they believe that it's actually only helping Hamas refuel and restore its capabilities. For everybody who was complaining about Genocide Joe and saying that Donald Trump presidency will be no different than what's going on with Biden's administration, I want y'all to know that this is what you asked for.
Pause. So this is also misleading, right? Because what he doesn't do is that he doesn't tell you that the aid is not getting in. He doesn't tell you that they've been starving people in Gaza since October 1st. He doesn't tell you that there have been multiple videos where they have had reporters there asking, why aren't you letting these supplies get in? And they say, because Israel won't let us do it. So he leaves that information out because guess who he was working for? I'm going to tell you folks, stick with me, you'll be all right. If you follow the money, you will get a lot of your answers. You'll get a lot of it. Now, all of a sudden, this guy cares about the people in Gaza. After he didn't call Rashida Tlaib every other type of name, right? Now, all of a sudden, all these people are going to say they care because Trump is coming into office.
You asked for poor women and children to not get food, water, and any type of aid. And now, since Joe is on his way out and the only thing stopping this, it seems like the blood is on your hands if you decided to set out this election.
So you see what he's doing, right? So this is manufacturing consent. They have people that are pretending to be independent to make you think you're getting an authentic, off the cuff opinion, and you're not. As if the rest of us don't know that they've been starving these people. So he is out here to make it seem like, and he's going to read that article from CNN and ignore all the other articles that were under the Biden administration. So he's going to read that article and say, oh, Donald Trump's administration says they're going to limit humanitarian aid in Gaza, but doesn't tell you, which I disagree with, but doesn't tell you that the Biden administration, although they sent aid, Israel isn't letting any of the aid go through. Don't you think that's something that people should know? Don't you think, again, if you're outside of that system, don't you think that is something that you should tell people? FYI, they sent aid under the Biden administration, but Israel is not allowing the aid to come in. People have been starving there since October 1st. They stopped allowing the food to come in. Why would he leave that out? Because he was paid to. So when you go back to even Brian Tyler Cohen, Eric, can you pull up Brian Tyler Cohen's YouTube? Brian Tyler Cohen, who's on that site as one of the paid influencers. Even if you look at him, okay? How is it that this is not disclosed? How is it that when he did all these interviews with Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris, why is it not disclosed? I'm not telling you what you can and can't do for your career. I give zero fucks. If you want to do that, that's on you. The question is, why did you not disclose it? We'll go to Brian now. Thanks, Eric. So we'll go to Brian here, right? So peep this, fam. This is Brian Tyler Cohen's YouTube here. Brian has 3.49 million subscribers. 3.49 million subscribers. You think Brian got that on his own without any type of help? Come on, fam. Let's see when the channel started. This channel started 2011. So he's been there for a while. But we know people who've been there longer than him. And he has the 3.49 million subscribers. His job is to kiss up for the Democratic Party and to defend them at all costs. So listen to this. What does Brian say?
My name is Brian Tyler Cohen, and if you're looking for the most watched political videos when it comes to breaking news and countering disinformation, you're in the right place. So here's what sets this channel apart. I'll do breaking news coverage every day, where I'll play the clip first so you can see for yourself exactly what's happening, followed by all the analysis you need to make sure you get the entire picture. I host the biggest interview series on YouTube, where I sit down one-on-one with the most important names in politics today.
Thank you. Let me pause here. Now, you see these people that just went through on the screen. You got Bernie Sanders. You had Nancy Pelosi. Obviously, I showed you the one where he sat down with Kamala Harris. How is it that Brian Tyler Cohen can get these people on his show? But you and I, we know people that's been doing this for almost, 15 years now? They can't get those people on their show. Let me know. Let me know. How is that? Don't you think that's a little bit strange? Have you seen Nancy Pelosi on TYT? Like, come on, ask yourself these questions. Very strange, huh? That's Rachel Maddow with Brian Tyler Cohen, and it is what it is. More props to you, Brian, but you probably should disclose that you are paid by the good influencer company, which was also paid by Kamala Harris's campaign. You are paid to do what you do. That should be disclosed. So these people are not independent. That's what I was trying to get across to people. And I worry about this. I worry that people are going to see people like Brian, etc., and they're like, oh, yeah, they're independent. They're not independent. So if we go back to, he said the most watched interviews in the world. Why is that? Because you're paid. The Democratic Party got you on their payroll. We can go back here. Again, if we go back to the website, where did it go? Oh, I don't know where we were. I don't know what happened. But anyway, the website that I was showing you guys, it showed that, oh, thank you, Eric. Right here. If you go back to the top of Good Influence website, there's Brian Tyler Cohen right there. He's one of their creators. Why is no one else calling this out? Shout out to Current Affairs. Shout out to Current Affairs for calling this out, because they discovered the information. Right there. Boom. For all of you to see. So to their point again, if these influencers were paid by the Harris campaign without disclosing it, it is yet another example of how the Harris campaign resembled a multi-level marketing scheme more than a serious political movement. And people have to start paying attention to this. Just pay attention, guys. And I just don't want people to fall for the okie doke. The too raw, too real one, I mean, I think a lot of people kind of knew, but we didn't have receipts. But thanks to Current Affairs, now we have the receipts. So there you go. The system is fixed. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.